Hey everyone, my name's Jesse Nyberg, a graphic designer from Los Angeles, and this is a day in my life. So I usually start by feeding the cat. Usually is super annoying and wakes me up, so I gotta get that done before I can do anything else. Then, like a normal person should, I brush my teeth, start to take a shower, turn all the stuff on and whatnot, and then get ready. I usually try to take a quick shower so I don't waste too much time in the morning. Then I get dressed and pretty much start my day from there. Also, never forget to wear your office Crocs. From there, I'm usually super lazy in the morning, so I'll just make something like this protein shake. It allows me not to eat a super heavy breakfast and still stay clear-headed. And it's also just a lot easier to not have to cook something right when you wake up. Then I shake it up. I accidentally spilled right there, but it's all good. Now my favorite part, making coffee. I usually do pour over coffee. I know it's a little pretentious and it's like, of course I use pour over coffee. I'm a designer, but I like it. I like the process. I like the routine, and it's a nice way to get up in the morning. As I finish up making the coffee, I usually sit and just chill on my phone for a little bit in the living room, check out some social media, and lately, I've been playing Wordle. This is where my actual workday starts. This is usually around probably 9:30, 10 a.m. now. Lately, I've been journaling, and it's been really important for me in 2022 to keep this habit. It's really nice to get your thoughts out on paper, and it helps kind of clear your mind for the day ahead of you. And it's also just really nice to look back and see how you've changed and grown over the years. I highly recommend it for anyone that has the time to do it. This is where the computer work starts. My days are different, anywhere from client work to my own personal practices, but in the morning, I usually start by checking my emails, fixing up my calendar, and making sure I have everything organized so I know exactly what I need to do in the day. I highly recommend chunking out your time like this. I know it can look a little bit micromanagey, but it works for me. Today I had a client call, so I put on my headphones and got right into it. I like to always talk with my clients before we start any work. It's really nice to get a face-to-face call beforehand so you know how much work you need to do, what kind of project it's going to be, and just all the details are ironed out. The call went really well, and I'm actually excited for this project. Yeah, thank you. Once that's done, I like to unwind. I actually throw on this J Dilla instrumentals. I've been really liking this lately. Shout out to my boy Ryan, who got it for me in a Secret Santa. After putting on the record, I started doing visual research and taking notes on ideas I can use for this client project. This is a nice way to work on something pretty simple. I usually only listen to music when I'm doing stuff like this because it's not as distracting. I know I want to do something a little bit more experimental with this project, so I'm referencing both these books I have, this old samurai Japanese movie poster book, and one of my favorite recent pickups, this Punk Flyers. I like to use post-it notes kind of as like an analog version of, pinning something on Pinterest or whatever to save my spot so I can go back and reference that if I need to in the project. It's fun to do both this and research online before starting a project. By this point, it's probably around 1 or 2 p.m. and I usually get pretty hungry, and today my girlfriend and I are gonna go get some tacos. It's a pretty nice day out, and it's a nice change of pace to go out and get food instead of just making something boring at the house. This is what my usual drives look like right off Sunset Boulevard. This is one of my favorite taco truck spots. Their pastor is badass. Shout out Leo's.
Pastor and two asada. Thank you. Alright, cool. Come on now. I don't know if I could finish this last one.
That place was super good. It doesn't make me feel too bogged down, but it's also satisfying, and you can't eat super healthy all the time. Around this time of the day, I usually like to put on a little more upbeat music, something to focus to, but still have some high energy. So I'm throwing on this Turnstile. This is when I usually do the bulk of either my client work or personal work. Today I'm starting with just looking through this old Vogue magazine and taking some collage pieces that I can use in future work. Nothing permanent or specific yet, or no concept really, but just cutting out stuff that I thought was visually interesting. By this point of the day is when I do my main design work, and even if I don't have a client project to work on at the moment, I usually design stuff like this and just work on my personal practice, things I can post online, or even posters I can sell as prints. I think it's good to always design at least a few things a week. That way you don't fall into a slump and your skills are sharp for when a client comes around. When I'm not designing, I'm either editing YouTube videos or the podcast. I like to throw on my headphones when I edit because it helps me get in the zone and minimize distraction. Editing is a nice change of pace from designing because it's definitely a lot more production work, and I can just turn my mind off for a few hours and get it done. Once I'm done with most of my work, I like to go on a walk. Don't bring my phone or anything to help clear my mind. I usually go with my girlfriend if she wants to, but even if she doesn't, I'll just take a walk by myself. It's been super nice out lately in LA, and I've been loving the cold weather but clear skies. These walks really help me recharge and get my mind off all the heavy work I'm doing throughout the day, and it also helps me come up with ideas or concepts for stuff I'm working on. Once I get back home, I usually make dinner. Like I said earlier, I'm usually pretty lazy with cooking, so I'm just making some leftovers, but from what they are, I thought it turned out pretty good. I love this soyaki sauce from Trader Joe's. I usually eat dinner. Me and my girlfriend will just relax on the couch or on the table, watch a show, and just kind of unwind. Right now we're watching Righteous Gemstones, Euphoria, and Jujutsu Kaisen. I like to keep the lights low during this time because it helps my brain relax. After that, my girlfriend usually retires to the room and plays some Sims or works on her own stuff, and then I tend to read out in the living room. Lately, I've been reading this Why Last Man graphic novel, and I'm actually on the last one, and it's really good. I highly recommend it. For the rest of the night, I'll usually do anything from playing Hearthstone, Halo, organizing my schedule for the next day, or basically just do kind of more light work or fun kind of gaming stuff on my computer. I usually mess around on my computer, if I'm being honest, till like 1 or 2 a.m. It's not the most healthy, but it's something I like to do. After that, I close up shop in the office and head to bed. Alexa, good night. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.